I'll never forget that frantic morning at Terminal 3 of Delhi Airport. My mother, a 68-year-old heart patient, was gripping a small transparent pouch holding her emergency blood pressure medication, the kind she can't go more than a few hours without. We were already on edge. Her Mumbai flight was scheduled to board in 45 minutes, and the security line was barely moving. Then, without warning, a middle-aged woman in a striking red blazer barged forward, jabbed a finger at the pouch, and shouted, "Those aren't allowed. You're delaying everyone." Head snapped toward us. My mom stiffened, completely confused because the pills were prescribed, clearly labeled, and sealed in their original packaging, exactly what airport regulations allow. But this woman wasn't security at all. She was just another passenger behind us, acting like she ran the terminal. She suddenly grabbed the pouch straight out of my mom's hand, holding it up like proof of some offense. "I know the rules," she declared. "I fly first class every week. These pills look suspicious." My stomach dropped. My mom's face drained of color. She softly whispered, "Beta, I need those." I reached to take the pouch back, but the woman yanked it away and raised her voice even more, drawing attention. Phones came out. Some people nodded along with her. Others looked visibly uncomfortable. Within moments, real security officers hurried over because of the disturbance. The woman proudly handed the pouch to one of them and announced, "This elderly lady is trying to sneak in unprescribed drugs. You should check her luggage, too. There's probably more." I was trembling with anger as I explained that my mom has hypertension, and those pills are literally life-saving, complete with a doctor's prescription inside the pouch. The officer, trying to de-escalate, took the pouch aside to verify the details. That's when everything unraveled. They pulled my mom out of the line for additional screening. The woman hovered nearby, smirking, offering unsolicited commentary to security as if she were in charge. They made my mom open her carry-on, and then decided the entire bag needed manual inspection. Minutes dragged by. Boarding announcements for the Mumbai flight echoed through the hall. My mom's hands began to shake. When her blood pressure spikes, she gets dizzy fast. I pleaded with them to hurry, showed a prescription again, even offered to call her cardiologist. But the woman kept cutting in, insisting, "You can't be careful enough. People hide things in pill bottles all the time." After 15 agonizing minutes, security finally cleared the medication, but the delay meant my mom's bag was already tagged for delayed loading because of the security flag caused by the scene. We sprinted to the gate. My mom was sweating, breathing shallowly, clutching her chest. She barely made it on board, swallowing her pill without water on the jet bridge. I stood there helpless as the aircraft doors closed, knowing her check bag, with her spare medication inside, might not arrive with her in Mumbai. I turned back, furious, scanning for that woman. She was sitting calmly at a nearby cafe, sipping coffee and scrolling her phone like nothing had happened. That's when I noticed a shiny gold priority pass lanyard around her neck, and the way her eyes kept drifting toward the first-class boarding lane. I had no idea then that this was only the start of her power trip, and what we would later uncover about why she singled my mom out would leave me stunned. As my mom's flight departed without her luggage, I stayed behind near the gate, seething, staring at the departure board. I couldn't just walk away. I needed to know whether her bag would be loaded onto the next flight, or she'd land in Mumbai without her backup meds. That's when I saw the woman again. She was now at the priority counter for the same Mumbai flight, flashing her elite status card and demanding an upgrade because the economy queue was too chaotic. I walked straight toward her, ready to confront her. She noticed me, rolled her eyes, and muttered to the ground staff, "This boy is harassing me. Handle it." The staff looked uneasy but asked me to calm down. I explained exactly what she had done, how she grabbed my mom's medication and caused a delay. She cut me off loudly. I was protecting everyone. Those pills could have been anything. People smuggle opioids and drugs and medicine bottles all the time. More people turned to watch. She was putting on a show now, her voice dripping with fake concern. The ground staff pulled me aside and said there was nothing they could do since security had already cleared the issue. But she wasn't finished. She told him my mom had threatened her in line, claiming my mom said something aggressive when she took the pouch. I was stunned. She was outright lying. I quietly pulled out my phone and started recording. She noticed, lunged for it, missed, then stormed over to a supervisor demanding I be removed from the terminal for filming her without consent. This time, airport police stepped in. 2 officers approached me and asked for my ID. My heart was racing. I handed it over and showed them a video of her grabbing the medication earlier. Someone in line had sent to me on WhatsApp. As they watched, their expressions hardened. The woman kept. The situation kept spiraling. Now, Rena was claiming she felt unsafe because I was following her, even dabbing her eyes with tissue in an exaggerated show of tears. Nearby passengers began picking sides, some nodding along with her, others whispering that she was overreacting. One man even applauded her vigilance. But then things took a darker turn. Security called over the original officer who had handled the medications. He confirmed everything. Prescription valid, no violations. The delay entirely caused by the chaos Rena created. The supervisor quietly apologized to me, but Rena wasn't finished. She demanded that my mom's luggage be held even longer for more checks, insinuating there could be more hidden items. I finally lost it. I raised my voice, telling everyone exactly what she had done to a sick, elderly woman. People started filming her now. Her smug expression faltered, panic flashing across her face. She tried to slip away, but the police asked her to remain for questioning. That's when I heard something chilling. She repeatedly mentioned, "I have connections here. I fly this route every week for business," and even dropped a name, a senior airport manager she claimed was a close friend. Officers exchanged knowing glances. Minutes later, my mom's luggage status updated again. It had been manually flagged for additional screening, confirming my suspicion. This wasn't random entitlement. Rena had leverage, and she was using it to punish us. But why target my mom specifically? Why risk all this over a small pouch of blood pressure pills? The answer, which she accidentally revealed while arguing with staff, turned the nightmare completely upside down. The officers led us to a small security room near the gates to take statements. Rena Malhotra, finally revealing her full name, paced like she owned the airport, repeating her platinum membership status, and boasting about her friend in operations who could handle this. I was exhausted but refused to back down. My mom had landed in Mumbai and texted that her blood pressure was spiking because her spare medication was in a delayed bag. Then Rena's phone rang. She answered on speaker, and a man's voice boomed. "Rena, I pulled the bag like you asked. It's in the holding area. Anything else?" She quickly cut the call, but it was too late. I had heard enough. She looked at me nervously, then backpedaled, claiming it was all a misunderstanding and she didn't want to press charges. The officers weren't convinced. One returned with a printout of the luggage tracking log. It showed that the second delay flag had been manually added by the staff member, whose login ID matched the senior supervisor she had just named. The officer stared at her and said, "Misusing airport connections to target another passenger's luggage is a serious offense. We're escalating this." Rena went pale, stammering excuses about past bad experiences with fake medicines. But in her panic, she admitted the truth. She had been watching us from the moment we joined the security queue. My mom's simple sari and old-fashioned bag, coupled with my jeans and careful assistance, made Rena assume we were village types who had somehow gotten priority tags. Seeing the red priority sticker for a medical condition triggered her rage. Rena had been waitlisted for an upgrade on that flight. Witnessing a seemingly ordinary elderly woman with priority boarding while she remained stuck in economy drove her to create chaos, hoping to delay us and possibly snag the seat. She never imagined my mom would board safely or that I'd fight back. Her status, she assumed, was untouchable. The officers confiscated her boarding pass temporarily and informed the airline. Rena ended up missing the flight herself, forced to give a full statement while grounded. My mom's luggage was rushed onto the next flight, with an official apology and escorted delivery in Mumbai. The airline even upgraded her on the return journey as compensation. A week later, airport authorities called me. Her friend had been suspended pending investigation, and Rena was banned from priority privileges for a year. She sent a coerced apology letter through the airline, but I never responded. Every time I pass through an airport now, I remember how one woman's petty jealousy and entitlement nearly endangered my mom's life, all because she couldn't bear seeing someone she deemed beneath her receive a small courtesy meant for anyone with a medical need. The craziest part? My mom doesn't even remember Rena's face. She just says, "Beta, some people carry anger like extra baggage. Pray they find peace." And I'm still working on that part. If you enjoyed this story, hit subscribe. Every single subscription motivates me to share more dramatic stories like this. Don't forget to tap the bell so you never miss a new upload. I'll see you in the next story, where justice gets even more satisfying.